Time perception in the astral body, how it differs. Why the clock no longer ticks beyond the physical mind. Opening transmission. What is time when there is no body to age, no sun to rise or fall, no breath to mark the passing of minutes? What happens to the hours when you leave the physical, when the skin no longer contains the senses, and the senses begin to move inwards, not out? In the astral body, time flows differently, not because the rules are changed, but because the experiencer is no longer anchored in the same place. In this sacred transmission, we explore the vast difference between clock time and conscious time, and why your astral body does not experience past, present, or future in the same way your physical body does. We will also explore how this realization can shift your entire relationship to aging, intuition, synchronicity, and death itself. 1. The clock is built into the body. Time, as you know it, is measured by rhythm, the ticking of a clock, the beat of a heart, the rotation of the earth, the circadian rhythms locked deep in your cellular cycles. All of these are physical. They belong to the gross body, not the subtle one. The moment you begin to leave the physical, whether through deep meditation, dreaming, or astral projection, you step outside the scaffolding of physical time. This is why when you return from a deep meditation or an astral journey, time often feels disjointed. You may feel you were gone for minutes when hours passed, or feel you traveled for what seemed like hours and discover only a few minutes elapsed. This is not a malfunction. It is a shift in dimensional anchoring. In the physical body, time is sensed through sequence and causality, but in the astral body, time is sensed through quality of presence. It is no longer about what happens next. It becomes about what is most alive now. The astral body dwells in nonlinear awareness. To understand the difference between time in the physical and time in the astral, imagine the difference between reading a book page by page versus suddenly seeing the entire story unfold all at once from above. In the physical world, you turn pages. In the astral, you step outside the book altogether. This means time is no longer experienced as a line. It becomes a field. In the astral field, one can visit a memory and feel it as now. One can glimpse a potential future, and it also feels like now. One can meet a soul who passed centuries ago, and they feel utterly current. Why? Because in the astral realm, the emotional intensity and resonance of an event determines its presence, not its date. The deeper the emotional or energetic charge, the more vivid the experience, the more likely it is to surface in the timeless field of the astral body. This is why so many profound spiritual or psychic experiences defy explanation, because they occur outside the conditioned timeline of logic. You are no longer walking through time, you are floating in it. 3. Time distortion during astral travel. One of the most striking phenomena in astral states is temporal distortion. A common report from those who experience lucid dreaming, deep meditative states, or astral travel is this: I was gone for so long, but only 5 minutes passed. This happens because in astral awareness, thought, motion, and desire do not unfold sequentially. In other words, you can think of a place and be there instantly. You can think of a being and you are in their presence, because you are not moving through space anymore. You are shifting attention within a timeless inner landscape. This means time is experienced as compression or expansion, not linear flow. An entire life review can happen in seconds. An eternal stillness can stretch across a single breath. In yogic texts, this is sometimes referred to as kala vikalpa, a poetic way of describing the breakdown of ordinary time structure. But what is more important than the words is the realization that time distortion is a natural property of expanded awareness, not a hallucination, not confusion, but a side effect of moving beyond body-centered sequence. 4. The astral body is sensitive to vibrational timing, not chronological time. When you're in the physical body, you rely on clocks, calendars, alarms, and reminders. But the astral body tunes to a vibrational rhythm. It recognizes timing not by hour, but by frequency. In this deeper reality, something happens not because it's 3 o'clock, but because conditions harmonize, because your emotional and energetic state aligns with a particular field. This is why synchronicities happen, not because something was scheduled in time, but because your vibration became receptive to that encounter. In the astral realm, you are not pulled forward by time, you are magnetized by resonance. This explains why beings who have passed away often appear to us not on the anniversary of their death, but during moments of heightened emotional openness or inner quiet. They are not following dates. They are responding to energetic compatibility. The more subtle your awareness becomes, the more you begin to perceive timing through silence, feeling, and intuitive attunement, not through measurement. 5. Memory and future perception. Restructure in astral consciousness. One of the great shocks to the physical mind is the realization that memory and future perception in the astral body are not limited to biographical recall. In the astral field, you may remember things not from this lifetime, or glimpse realities that seem to come from beyond this incarnation. How is this possible? Because the astral self is not confined to the story of your current body, it holds impressions from a deeper field of continuity. In other words, your astral self is part of a continuum of awareness. Just as a wave is not separate from the ocean, your astral body is not separate from the larger field of consciousness that remembers itself across lifetimes. This is why people sometimes experience visions of other lives, possible futures, or archetypal symbols during out-of-body states. They are not necessarily hallucinations. They are memories or insights drawn from the wider field of being. In this field, time bends, and the past and future begin to echo inside the present moment. 6. Emotional time versus linear time. In the astral field, time is not measured by a watch. It is measured by emotional depth. This is why a single moment of unconditional love or profound grief can seem to stretch infinitely, why an entire relationship can be reviewed in an instant, and why some dreams feel more real than days spent in waking life. The astral body does not care about what day it is. It responds to energetic texture. You may visit a memory from childhood not because you decided to, but because its resonance becomes active, because something inside you reaches back and reactivates that moment. Similarly, you may see a vision of something that hasn't happened yet, not because you're predicting the future, but because you're sensing a potential energetic unfolding already alive within your present state. The deeper your sensitivity becomes, the more you will begin to live in emotional time, not just calendar time. 7. How to use this realization in daily life. Understanding astral time perception is not just esoteric trivia. It has practical effects on your awakening. Here are a few. It helps you trust deep states, even when they don't make logical sense. It teaches you not to rush spiritual development because it unfolds through resonance, not schedule. It reveals why presence is more powerful than planning. It explains why stillness feels eternal, and it offers healing for grief by showing that true connection is vibrational, not temporal. When you meditate or rest deeply, you are not wasting time. You are stepping out of it. You are entering the timeless field, where what matters is not what you do, but what you become available to. Mystical reflection. The clock ticks only for the body, but the soul listens to a deeper rhythm. Time is not the master of the awakened. It is only a shadow cast by movement and form. When the mind becomes still and the body silent, you will find that you have always lived outside of time. You were simply dreaming you were in it. If this glimpse into the timeless realm of the astral body has stirred something in you, let it be a reminder to slow down, meditate not to gain, but to exit. Trust your inner knowing, even when it does not fit the clock, and allow yourself to return again and again to the field where presence is enough. Subscribe for more transmissions that guide you through the deeper layers of self. And consider becoming a member to support the continued unfolding of these sacred teachings. Next episode preview. In our next transmission, we explore when the third eye stops projecting and starts receiving, a passage beyond visualization into silent receptivity and the hidden shift that allows true seeing to begin.